Right now, while you're asleep, your body is doing something so disgusting, you'd wake up screaming if you could feel it. Actually, scratch that. It's doing 8 revolting things simultaneously, and every single one is keeping you alive. Your meat suit is running a horror show maintenance program, and you're blissfully unconscious through all of it. We're counting down 8 of the most disgusting survival mechanisms happening in your body every single night, ranked by pure, gross factor and the likelihood they'll make you never want to sleep again. These aren't malfunctions, these are features. Terrible, necessary, beautifully disgusting features. Let's start with number 8. Number 8. Your eyes are twitching like a glitching robot. You think when you close your eyes and drift off, they just stay still, right? Like little flesh marbles resting peacefully in your skull? Wrong. Dead wrong. Your eyeballs are thrashing around under your eyelids like a broken security camera stuck on fast forward, scanning a dream world that doesn't even exist. Picture this. You're lying there, drooling into your pillow, and your eyes are darting left, right, up, down at seizure speed, tracking imaginary images your brain is projecting onto the inside of your skull. It's called REM sleep, rapid eye movement. And it's your brain's way of processing memories, emotions, and running bizarre simulation software while your body's offline. Here's what's happening. During REM, your brain is basically defragmenting itself like a 1998 desktop computer. It's sorting through the day's data, deciding what to keep, what to delete, and what to file under weird anxiety dream about showing up to work naked. Your eyes physically follow these hallucinations even though there's nothing to see. They're tracking dream objects, dream people, dream scenarios that evaporate the second you wake up. It's motion without purpose, movement without meaning. Your eyes are method actors committed to a role in a play that doesn't exist. And you need this. Without REM sleep, your brain can't consolidate memories or regulate emotions. REM deprivation causes hallucinations, paranoia, emotional instability, and eventual cognitive collapse. People who are chronically deprived of REM sleep don't just get tired, they start losing their minds. Literally. Your twitching eyeballs aren't a bug, they're a feature preventing you from going clinically insane. So, yeah, your eyes are spazzing out under your eyelids every night, chasing ghosts in a theater that's permanently closed. Sweet dreams. Number 7. Your mouth turns into a bacteria rave. You think your mouth just rests at night, maybe gets a little dry. No big deal. Wrong again. Your mouth becomes a microbial mosh pit the second you fall asleep, and there's no security, no cleanup crew, and absolutely no last call. Here's the setup. When you're awake, your salivary glands produce about 1.5 liters of spit per day. Spit is your mouth's natural disinfectant. It's loaded with antimicrobial enzymes, keeps your pH balanced, and constantly rinses away food particles and bacteria. It's the bouncer that keeps the club from turning into a biohazard. But when you sleep, saliva production drops by 90%. Your mouth dries out, the bouncer goes home. And every bacterium in your oral cavity throws an all-night rager. We're talking exponential multiplication. Streptococcus mutans, Porphyromonas gingivalis, Fusobacterium nucleatum, these aren't band names, they're the headliners at the concert destroying your gums. They feast on leftover food particles, produce acid that eats enamel, release sulfur compounds that smell like rotten garbage, and throw a party so wild you can taste it the second you wake up. That's morning breath. That's not just, I need to brush my teeth funk. That's the stench of billions of bacteria celebrating 8 hours of unsupervised freedom in the warm, moist cave of your mouth. And if this happens chronically, if your mouth stays dry night after night, you're looking at gum disease, tooth decay, infections, and a dental bill that'll make you wish you just stayed awake. Your spit is security. Your spit is law and order. Without it, your mouth is a frat house at 3 a.m., and you're the landlord who can't evict anyone till sunrise. Number 6, your throat tries to suffocate you. This one's darker. You're lying there peacefully, totally relaxed, and meanwhile, your throat muscles are playing Russian roulette with your oxygen supply. Here's the horror movie version of what's happening. The soft tissue in your airway, your tongue, your soft palate, the floppy bits at the back of your throat. They all go slack when you sleep. That's normal muscle relaxation. But for millions of people, that tissue doesn't just relax. It collapses inward, it blocks the airway, partially or completely. You stop breathing. Your brain detects the drop in blood oxygen. and panics. It sends an emergency signal that jolts you awake just enough to gasp, suck in air, and restart the cycle. You don't remember waking up, you don't remember gasping, but it happens 10 times an hour, 30 times, 60 times, all night long. It's called obstructive sleep apnea, and it's your body's passive aggressive assassination attempt that it's too incompetent to finish. Here's the science. When your airway narrows or closes, your blood oxygen saturation drops. Your heart rate spikes. Your brain gets starved of oxygen in microdoses. You never reach deep sleep. You never get proper REM cycles. You wake up exhausted, foggy, irritable, and you have no idea why. Long term, untreated sleep apnea is linked to high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and a significantly increased risk of just dying earlier than you should. You're suffocating in installments, and your body's waking you up just enough to keep you alive, but not enough to let you actually rest. And the worst part, most people don't even know it's happening. They just think they're bad sleepers. They blame stress, age, their mattress. Meanwhile, their throat is trying to kill them in slow motion. Your throat is an incompetent hitman with terrible follow through. Thanks, evolution. Number 5, your brain washes itself in toxic sludge runoff. You think sleep is just your brain powering down, going offline, taking a break. Nope. Sleep is when your brain runs a full hazmat cleanup operation, and it's disgusting. Picture this. Cerebrospinal fluid, the clear liquid that cushions your brain and spinal cord, floods your brain tissue like a rinse cycle in the world's most revolting dishwasher. It's flushing out metabolic waste, dead cells, broken down proteins, and all the literal garbage your neurons produced while you were awake. Your brain is a greasy diner kitchen, and sleep is the only time someone mops the floor. This is the glymphatic system, and it only activates during deep sleep. Here's how it works. Your brain cells physically shrink by up to 20%. The gaps between them widen. Cerebrospinal fluid rushes through those gaps like a flash flood, carrying waste out of your brain tissue and dumping it into your bloodstream, where your liver and kidneys deal with it. The waste includes amyloid beta plaques and tau proteins, the same garbage that piles up in Alzheimer's disease. Your brain is power washing itself every night, and if you skip deep sleep, that trash just stays there. Skip deep sleep regularly, whether from insomnia, sleep apnea, or binge watching Netflix till 4 a.m., and metabolic waste accumulates. You get brain fog, memory problems, slower thinking. Long term, you're looking at increased risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, and cognitive decline that starts way earlier than it should. Your brain literally drowns in its own garbage if you don't let it take out the trash. And you can't fake this. You can't catch up on glymphatic drainage with a nap. It requires sustained, deep, uninterrupted sleep. So when someone brags about sleeping 4 hours a night and functioning fine, what they're actually saying is, my brain is marinating in toxic sludge and I'm too cognitively impaired to notice. Your brain is a factory that runs 24/7, and sleep is the night shift when the cleaning crew shows up. Skip it and you're working in a biohazard. Number 4, your skin sheds like a snake on meth. You go to bed, you wake up, seems simple, but you've left a crime scene behind. Every single night, you shed approximately 500 million dead skin cells. Most of that happens while you sleep. You're lying there peaceful and unconscious, and your body is molting like a reptile that can't commit to the process. Dead skin cells flake off in invisible clouds, settle into your sheets, your pillow, your mattress. You are sleeping in a graveyard of yourself. Here's the biology. Your skin regenerates on a roughly 2-8 day cycle. Old cells die, new cells push up from below, dead cells flake off. It's constant, but the process accelerates at night because that's when your body pumps out growth hormone and kicks cell turnover into overdrive. Your circadian rhythm prioritizes repair and regeneration during sleep. So while you're drooling and twitching, your outer layer is disintegrating like a time lapse of decay. And it gets worse. Those dead skin cells don't just vanish, they pile up. And you know what eats them? Dust mites. Millions of microscopic bugs living in your mattress, feasting on your shed skin like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. You're not just shedding, you're feeding an army of tiny creatures with your own body. every night. For your entire life, your bed isn't just where you sleep, it's an ecosystem, and you're the food source. Now, this is normal. This is necessary. Your skin has to replace itself, or you'd be walking around in a dead, cracked shell. It's also why your bed is objectively disgusting if you don't wash your sheets. The average mattress gains weight over time, not from your sweat, but from the accumulated you that's been slowly composting in the fabric. You're a human snow globe of dead skin, and your mattress is the collector's edition. Number 3, your muscles paralyze themselves so you don't act out murder dreams. Ever wonder why you don't physically act out your dreams? Why you don't punch the air when you're dream fighting a bear? Or sprint into a wall when you're running from a monster? It's because your body chemically paralyzes you every single night, and it's the only thing standing between you and a felony assault charge in your sleep. Here's what happens. During REM sleep, the same phase where your eyes are twitching like a possessed doll, your brainstem releases neurotransmitters, specifically glycine and GABA, that shut down your voluntary muscles. Your brain is running wild, living out vivid, chaotic, sometimes violent dream scenarios, but your body is locked. You're a conscious brain trapped in a limp meat puppet. This is called REM atonia, and it's your brain's way of keeping you from destroying your bedroom or decking your partner in the face while you're fighting a dragon in your head. Your diaphragm still works, you can breathe, your heart still beats, but your arms, legs, major muscle groups paralyzed. You're on involuntary house arrest, and your brain is the warden. And this is good. This is protective, because when REM atonia fails, when that chemical straitjacket doesn't work, you get REM sleep behavior disorder. People with RBD physically act out their dreams. They punch walls, kick, thrash, fall out of bed, hurt themselves, hurt their partners. It's violent, dangerous, and often an early warning sign of neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's or Lewy body dementia. So every night your brain runs a risk assessment. This person is one bad dream away from a felony. Better cuff them. And it does. It chemically restrains you so you don't wake up in a jail cell or a hospital. Your brain knows you're unhinged when you're dreaming, so it puts you in a chemical straitjacket and hopes for the best. Smart. Number 2, your body temperature crashes like a dying phone battery. You get cold at night, you probably blame your blanket, your partner hogging the covers, the thermostat, but the real reason is your body is intentionally tanking its own core temperature. And it's doing it to force you into unconsciousness. You're not cold because of your environment. You're cold because your internal thermostat is shutting down. Here's the play-by-play. As you approach sleep, your core body temperature drops by 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Your blood vessels dilate, especially in your hands and feet, radiating heat off your skin. You become a lukewarm sack of organs leaking warmth into the air. This isn't a malfunction. It's a signal. Dropping core temperature is one of the primary triggers for melatonin release and the onset of deep sleep. A cooler brain sleeps better. Overheating disrupts sleep cycles, fragments REM, and leaves you tossing and turning all night. This is why hot sleepers have such a miserable time. If your body can't cool down, whether from a warm room, heavy blankets, hormonal changes, or medical conditions, you can't enter deep sleep properly. Your brain stays semi-alert, your sleep quality tanks, and you wake up feeling like you got hit by a truck. Science is clear. Optimal sleep happens in a cool room, ideally between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body is trying to refrigerate itself, and if you fight that process, you lose. So every night, your core temperature nosedives like a phone battery on its last 2%. Your body treats sleep like airplane mode. Shut down everything non-essential, dim the lights, and hope you reboot in the morning without corrupting the hard drive. Number 1, your body inflates like a corpse and then deflates by morning. This is the big one, the one nobody talks about, but everybody experiences. You go to bed looking normal. By 3 a.m., you're subtly swollen. Your face is puffier. Your hands feel tight. Your nose is stuffy for no reason. By morning, it's mostly gone. What the hell is happening? You're experiencing temporary nightly edema fluid redistribution that makes you look and feel like a gently inflated balloon version of yourself. You're a human water balloon, and morning is when gravity lets the air out. Here's the science. When you lie flat for hours, Gravity stops pulling fluid downward. Blood, lymph, and interstitial fluid that normally pool in your legs during the day start redistributing toward your core, your face, your hands. You puff up, not dramatically, this isn't clinical edema, but enough that your wedding ring feels tight, your eyelids look swollen, and your sinuses feel congested. You're temporarily bloated because your circulatory system is rebalancing itself in a horizontal position. And it looks weird if you catch yourself in a mirror at 4 a.m. Your kidneys are working overtime during this process. They produce more urine at night to drain excess fluid. This is why you wake up needing to pee. Your lymphatic system is also draining waste and excess fluid back into your bloodstream for filtration. By morning, most of the puffiness is gone. You've literally deflated. You've peed out the bloat. You're back to baseline. But here's where it gets dark. Chronic, unresolved nighttime swelling, especially in your legs, ankles, or lungs, can signal heart failure, kidney disease, or lymphatic disorders. Normal puffiness that resolves by mid-morning, that's fine. That's your body doing maintenance. Puffiness that doesn't go away or gets worse over time, that's a red flag. Talk to a doctor. But for most people, this nightly inflation-deflation cycle is just another entry in the horror diary your body writes while you're unconscious. Every night, you briefly become a swollen, fluid-shifted version of yourself. You're a corpse in progress that undies by sunrise. Sleep tight. So, yeah, while you're drooling into your pillow, your body is suffocating itself, washing your brain in sludge, paralyzing your limbs, shedding a blizzard of dead skin, and inflating like a discount parade balloon. And every single one of these revolting processes is keeping you alive. Your body is disgusting, but it's also a genius. Respect the process. Respect the nightmare maintenance shift. Your meat soup pulls every single night, so you can wake up and complain about being tired. If you made it this far without gagging, hit like. Share this with someone who needs to appreciate their meat suit a little more. And subscribe to Kai Explains for more stuff you wish you didn't know, but definitely should. Next time, we're diving into the disgusting things your body does when you're awake. And trust me, you're not ready. I'll see you then.